All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch the run.
A first carry now. This is Hill. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On second down, it's Hill. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Lawrence. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Now a first down carry, it's Hill. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the toss, here's Hill. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On second down now. It's Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Go! 60 picture.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
2nd and 9 now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you, son. Check. Check 13.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass. Showing it. Wahoo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the slip.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, pull it together.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And the blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Jefferson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. On 1st down, Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the 1st-round pick of 2014. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Hey, we got 4 down. Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. Switch up. Hey, Mike.
Back to throw here. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Again, they run with Hill. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything was flipped in the other direction.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Single receiver. Hey, you're ready?
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here we go with Hill. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. They run it again with Hill. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
1st down, Washington.
On the set.
50. Go, go, go.
Back to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes you have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Barkley. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 60 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like